Finally, the Battlebots Pregame show with Macho has come back to Twitch.tv. Kristen, you know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Battlebots, and we're going to talk about all things Macho. Kristen, as by my side for all things Battlebots, how are you doing today? Tell everyone through the video scope, and everyone should be able to hear you this time. Go ahead.
Woo! Happy Thursday. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling on hype, ready to watch all these crazy matchups. They're just like giving the people what they want this year.
We are here for the people. We're here as the people, in for the people. Taco, what is up? All right. Let us continue. Kristen, we got a whopper of an episode to talk about last week, do we not?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Kristen, we're just gonna jump right into it. Let's start off with the fights last week. Ooh, that is correct. It is Kristen's birthday today, everyone. Through the Buff Nation and the thousands of fans of the Battlebots Pregame show, I want you to say happy birthday to Kristen. Kristen, happy birthday.
Ooh.
And
Thank you.
a Battlebots episode is on today. Oh my goodness, it's like fate. Fate shines down upon you today, Kristen.
It's an extra special day.
Extra special day. Extra
Battlebots
special.
birthday.
Kella, thank you for giving a sub. I turned the sound alerts way down because Macho could not talk over them. They were so loud in his ears. Okay. Now, let us continue. The first match of last week was Sawblaze and Minotaur. Coochie, thank you for giving your subs. Now, Sawblaze and Minotaur. Now, Kristen, Macho doesn't claim to know everything. But Macho knows everything! Sawblaze came in with a game plan to slow down that deadly spitter of Minotaur. And just like Macho predicted, Sawblaze executed that plan perfectly, yeah! Just like Macho said, Macho did the plan, laid it in fly, laid it down for Sawblaze to execute, and he executed it perfect. I love seeing the support in chat, thank you. Now, Sawblaze hit the soft top armor of Minotaur and turned it into a big ball of fire. Now, last time I checked, a bot on fire isn't a good weapon. Now, Minotaur, you better put out that fire. Your bot is the only thing on fire, but your seat in the tournament is now very hot. Woo! It's gonna take a lot for them to turn it around. Kristen, what did you think about this?
This was a flaming start to the season, let me tell you. This just set the tone for the whole night, I think. Fire and more fire. And although I did pick Minotaur to win, I'm not super sad about how they lost. Because Sawblaze really, they showed up. Those new improvements they made, we see it. It looks good.
It does, it does. It looks beefy. It looks ready to tumble. All right. Sawblaze with a big victory. The Lipo Graveyard. That's funny. That's a good chat right there. Alright, let's go on to the next fight. Wait. Next fight we had is Gigabyte in Uppercut. Now, Kristen, once again, Macho doesn't claim to know everything, but Macho knows everything. Uppercut came in and must have heard some buff praise from the buffest VTuber, yeah. Because they came in with a game plan, and they executed it perfectly. Uppercut came in, cornered them in between the wall and the upper deck, where the full body spirit is not very effective, and laid the smacketh down on Gigabyte. Or should I say, the smacketh up, because it sent Gigabyte into the stratosphere. Last time I checked, a Roomba doesn't work up in the air, and neither does Gigabyte. Uppercut with a big win, and they win because Macho said so. Kristen, what do you have your thoughts on this match?
I mean, you covered it all there, you know? We kind of knew Uppercut was gonna own it, and they did. And it was just impressive. Gigabyte can hold their own for being a full body spinner, and they still died. So, RIP.
It's true. The upper deck may be a hindrance for the horizontal spinners and the full body spinners, and we saw it play a little bit last week. I almost said yesterday. I wish Battlebots was on yesterday, but it was
every day.
Every day Battlebots. All right. The next fight, we got Switchback, which is by Macho, and Gruff, which is by Kristen. Now, Macho doesn't claim to know everything, but Macho knows everything.
I don't know about that one.
What?
This is the one you guessed incorrectly. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
because you went with Switchback and they lost.
I have been informed that Macho has a blemish on his perfect record, a little stain on his buttocks, if you will. Switchback, you wanted your cup of coffee in the big time. Cup of coffee in the big time. You took that cup of coffee, you put your creamer in it, you put your sugar in it, you swirled it around, and you took that cup of coffee that had the big time in it, you put it up to your lips, and it burned your lips, you dropped it, it went all over your computer, it went all over your clothes, it burned your thighs, it was a disaster. Because that's what this match was, Kristen. It was a disaster. All I'm saying is, if you have an articulated weapon like Switchback does, how can it not flip itself over? It's like having arms as big as Macho, but you can't even do a single push-up. Kristen, do you have any other thoughts about this match?
Yeah, I mean, Switchback's gotta go back to the drawing board a little bit. I know they wanted to come in with this unique weapon, and it does, maneuver in the way they want it to, but how can it not self-right with that? I mean, I was shocked. And they just got flipped by Gruff and couldn't get up. So, we'll see if they can fix that.
It also had some driving issues. It drove very strangely.
Yeah. I feel like it has the same kind of curse as bot we're going to talk about in a minute, Deep Six, and their driving ability.
Didn't it break a chain?
Well, if it did, that might explain it.
If it broke a chain, Macho takes back what he said. But until then, it looked like a jabroni. Okay.
Show me the chain, and I will.
Alright. Now, Kristen, Macho doesn't claim to know everything. But Macho knows everything! Captain Shrederator came in with a rebuilt bot for the millionth year in a row and got a big W. As big as a wig on a twig with a fig on a rig. Tombstone talked a big game with its redesigned bot, but it had this new feature that Ray Billings may not have been aware of. Kristen, do you want to know what that new weapon was?
Please tell us. Tell the folks.
Internal combustion! It took one hit for Tombstone to get thrown off balance and combust into a big ball of flames. Man, it was on fire the entire match. It did work for a long time on fire. Maybe it works better on fire. Who knows? Tombstone needs to go out to the drawing board because if his bot spends more time on fire than not on fire, man, it's gonna be a rough go. Kristen, what are your thoughts on this match?
Right, we get it. You have a big wrinkly brain, Macho. Because I'm surprised you predicted this one right. You know? That Captain Shrederator, they came in as the underdog. They don't win a ton of matches, and look at them. They beat Tombstone. So I hope they enjoy this win. I'm happy for him because Ray Billings is obviously not one of our favorites. He's one we love to hate. And yeah, Tombstone, what are you doing? Just don't be on fire, bro. It's that simple.
It sure is. Okay, we're going on to our next match. Thank you for the hype train in chat. I love to see it. All right, we got Freeshipping and Blacksmith. Now, Kristen, you know what I'm going to say, right?
Yes.
Macho knows everything. Macho predicted this. Macho loved the new redesigned Blacksmith with the hammer saw. It has knockout potential, and it showed that potential. Didn't get a knockout, but it showed the potential of the damage it could cause. Now, while Blacksmith came out with the win, I am gonna say Freeshipping put on a masterclass in driving, as it took almost all the hits in the wedgelets, but it lost its weapon chain, which was probably the decision on why it lost the match in a judge's decision. But Blacksmith, actually both robots looked pretty good. What do you think, Kristen?
Yeah, I mean, this was a good match. This was another one with a lot of like good driving just on both sides. It impressed me to see Freeshipping that good at driving. But yeah, I think, Blacksmith, their redesign is just sick. It looks good. So I think they stand a chance this year.
They do. They looked pretty good. All right, let's keep it moving. Pain Train and Deep Six. This was a disaster of a match. Neither of these bots could drive. They looked like two people trying to find the fridge late at night, but they didn't want to turn the lights on. They just shuffled around, trying to hit each other, but they just hit the walls. They hit each other a couple times. It was a joke. Deep Six came out with the win, but man, it looked pretty ugly. What do you think, Kristen?
Yeah, I am right there with you. Like, what Hot Mess Express this match was. We already knew Pain Train kind of struggles to drive. They did not prove us wrong. And Deep Six, we've never really seen in a full match where it doesn't just destroy itself. So I am impressed that it didn't kill itself. But they cannot drive with that crazy weapon. They just cannot. It's so impractical. It's so cool. If you were just like doing a science fair, maybe. But as far as Battlebots, they're not gonna make it that far.
Yeah, yeah, because like, while it's huge, it's not easy to hit it because it's like so narrow. Like you can't like you're gonna miss most of the time with that weapon.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Macho doesn't get it. Yeah.
If it was a horizontal spinner, they'd stand more of a chance. Cover more surface area that way. But
it might fly if it was a horizontal spinner. It might like hover.
Yeah, I think it would actually be like a little drone. A little. It'd be like a 200-pound drone. I'm intrigued to see their next matchup and just what happens. It'll be interesting regardless.
I'm scared if he goes against a bot with competent driving and competent drivetrain that it will just lose instantly. I don't know.
It'll just like slingshot itself into the wall and not be able to move.
Now, let's talk about Hydra. Kristen. Hydra wants to be in the spotlight. It wants to claim it's the best bot in the field. The best flipper the Battlebots has ever seen. Well, Hydra saw that spotlight, and it followed that spotlight down the road. It took it down a street called Jabroni Avenue, okay? The spotlight then took a left down Pukester Street, And then it came down to a building. And at this building, it was the Battlebots Hotel. The Battlebots Hotel. And in this Battlebots Hotel, there lie waiting Endgame, the holder of the giant nut. Hydra went to check into its room. It went up to the clerk. The clerk said,
"What is your name?"
I told you
it doesn't matter what your name
is. Hydra got checked into the Battlebots Hotel, where Endgame laid the smacketh down on Hydra. Hydra got kicked out of the Battlebots Hotel on the street of Jabroni Avenue and Pukester Street. And it could take that #1 seed that it got last year in the tournament. It could take it, fold it in half again, tie it in a knot.
Turn that some bitch sideways and stick it straight up. You did.
Yes! Hydra lost. It was a joke. The flipper didn't even work. Endgame with the big W. Kristen, what do you think?
This was just a perfect first main event. Everyone in the chat knows how Macho and I feel about Hydra, obviously. So this was just great to see their flipper fail right away, and then for him to lose. So go Endgame. Heck yeah.
Endgame with the big victory because Macho said they were going. Let us bring in our guest. Our guest today is Amber. Amber, why don't you hop on and say hello? Let me find you.
Hey, Amber.
Hello.
It
is I, Amber.
Amber. Hello. Amber, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell them through the video scope what you do, where you do it, and how you do it. Go ahead.
Hello. Yes, I am Amber Abbey. I'm a variety VTuber streamer. Yes, that's me. That is me. That's it.
Amber.
I'm not good with instructions. I'm terrible. I am terrible with instructions.
It was perfect.
So, Macho just
like
put in
me.
the chat Amber's Twitter, Amber's Twitch. Go drop her a follow. Amber's a real one. A real homie. Alright, Amber, you ready to talk about Battlebots tonight?
Yes, let's talk about Battlebots.
Okay.
As you're in for a
Fight
treat
one.
this week.
Go ahead, Kristen.
All right, fight one. We're starting off the bat with Macho's favorite, Mad Catter. I can't wait to see what he has to say about his matchup with Yeti. I guarantee there will be a pun of some sort. Maybe making like Yeti kebabs. Who knows? Either way, I'm excited. Yeti is back from retirement, so also exciting. I've been waiting to see them. And honestly, I think this is gonna be a baller matchup. It could technically go either way, but out of solidarity with Macho and his absolute love for Mad Catter, I'm picking them for the win. 'Cause you know what? Last year they showed us that they are not here to mess around. So, going with Mad Catter.
That's right. Mad Catter came in to the tournament last year undefeated. And with that undefeated record, was a 12th seed in the tournament. Erroneous robbery. It was crazy. Now Macho knows a winner when he sees one. He looks in the mirror every morning and he sees a winner. And Mad Catter is a winner. Mad Catter is a winner even though it got incredibly robbed from the tournament seeding last year. It was a joke and it kept it from reaching its full potential. The bot's a little bit different. It has a rather strange asymmetrical spinner, which is off to the side a little bit, not in the middle. Gonna be interesting to see how that works. But Yeti's been gone for a while, and he may be rusty on the edges. Now, Mad Catter will not be rusty. It is primed, oiled, and laid, ready to lay the smacketh down on ready. On Yeti, Macho is never wrong. Mad Catter better start icing the champagne because he is gonna win. Yes, Mad Catter, my spirit animal. Start icing the champagne, guys. Good victory. Macho's predicted it. Amber, what are your thoughts on this match?
My thoughts. I know who the winner is. Mad Catter, let's go! Woo! First round. I'm very confident Mad Catter. I feel like this is a general consensus from everyone, but yes, Mad Catter is there to bring the wins, the hypes, that attitude. Oh, that team is just so much fun, so much fun. But I think Mad Catter has the edge. Yes.
Excellent. All going with Mad Catter.
I'm actually really curious about their little mini bot because we saw in the jackpot fight that the mini bot actually did a really good job. So hopefully Mad Catter also has a really good mini bot.
Well, we can hope. We can dream, right? We can dream mini bots will be
We can
effective.
dream. We can. Oh, sometimes I grabbed the wrong thing. This mini bot. I'm good. Look at that. Look at that.
Does it actually have a cat on it? I didn't even look.
Yes,
It's
little cat.
amazing.
What do you think? We got Defender by me and Ribbot by you. Go ahead, Kristen. Take the floor.
All right, so Defender is new. Not really sure how they're gonna do since we've never seen him before. But the driver is Maddie Vasquez's brother, I believe.
Yes.
Probably younger brother from what I've gathered. So excited to see how another member of that family does because Maddie Vasquez is a genius at driving. So if his brother is anything like him, Defender will do okay. But man, the dudes at WPI with their Ribbot, they're nerdy and it shows through in their bot in a good way. We love nerds here. And Ribbot is just, it's so cool. They have many different configurations. My guess is they're going to go with a vertical spinner this round. That's my guess. We'll see if that's what they go with, though. Because they got plenty of different things to throw on there. And I think that they're going to get the win.
Interesting. Well, Ribbot has some big shoes to fill after the judges also robbed him of a victory in the tournament last year. Ribbot comes in with the most wattage of any weapon in the Battlebots, which means it basically has the most power. The highest powered batteries, basically, is what that means. Because you don't really get power from the motors, you get power from the batteries. The better the battery, the faster the motor goes. Now, I'm sure Defender has a good game plan, and I'm sure the driving will be good. It has a very odd, underneath lifter thing that you can kind of see, which I'm interested to see how it works. But Ribbot, with that super powerful weapon, I think, especially if it does it have a wedge? Like a solid wedge? I think Ribbot's actually going to go with a horizontal spinner and take those puppies clean off. Ribbot is going to come in, lay the smacketh down, and take names while doing it. I'm going Ribbot. Amber, who are you going with on this one?
My choice. Once again, I feel like I'm picking the same ones. Ribbot!
It's just because you're picking the right bots.
Oh, yes, my brilliance, I know. But just look at that face. That face right there. Stone Cold Killer. Ribbot,
Yes.
I'm sure. No mercy, no nothing. Ribbot's gonna come out and lay the smack down on Defender.
Nice. All going with Ribbot, the correct answer.
Yes, the correct one.
Alright,
Very
let's
much so.
keep it moving. Fight 3. We got Hijinks and we got Mammoth. Kristen, take it away.
I am so lit for this match. Just because Mammoth is Mammoth. Yeah, I mean, they're basically putting a giant horizontal spinner versus a giant vertical spinner. And, God only knows what's going to happen. Truly, I think only our Lord and Savior is going to be able to tell us. Basically, and that's Bronco, by the way, if you're wondering who our Lord and Savior is.
God bless Bronco.
Yes. that's what I mean. But the one thing though that I think might trip up both of these bots is that addition of the upper deck. It gives them less surface area in the battle box to kind of drive around with their massiveness and their massive weapons. So interested to see how they deal with that challenge. But I do think that Mammoth is going to somehow come out with a win. I just really don't know how.
Just how.
Truly, I don't know how this match is going to go.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be surprised by it, but going with Mammoth, they did make some improvements, it looks like. So we'll see how they do.
Excellent. Now, Macho will say that Macho was actually a little bit wrong on Hijinks. I was not a fan of Hijinks' design. I did not see how it would work. I thought it was strange. I thought that it would break easily. But my goodness, that horizontal spinner is the real deal. It can dish out a crazy amount of damage. And it blew my mind how much damage Hijinks can put out. I was very surprised, and Macho doesn't get surprised very often. Now, Macho is often referred to as a mammoth of the VTuber community. Macho has no weaknesses. Macho is uncancelable. Mammoth's biggest weakness is its unprotected wheels. So unlike Macho, Mammoth has a weakness, and it's those big juicy wheels. Now, Macho thinks Hijinks will be able to get around the sides and get at the wheels of Mammoth. All it takes is one hit, and that wheel will come straight off. Now, it won't be easy to get around Mammoth, as it's so big, it's basically like trying to walk around a Lincoln Continental that keeps moving. But Hijinks will get it done because Macho says so. Yes. Amber, who are you going with on this match?
Oh my, there's a split choice here. Mammoth! Woo!
Mammoth.
Big pots, big time, big fun. Yeah, Kristen's, yeah. Macho, you presume to know. Look at this beauty. It's
quite large.
It's mammoth sized.
So mammoth-y, it doesn't fit.
But also, I know this giant spinner on Hijinks, but Mammoth has literally got yeet across the arena and still fought. They fought Copperhead and got busted across the arena and still won. So, I think with those upgrades this year, I feel like Mammoth is gonna come out on top.
Interesting. Interesting decision. It's wrong, but an interesting decision regardless.
No.
We shall see,
presume to know
Macho.
everything, but you presume too much.
Alright, let us keep going. We are on a beautiful base. Alright. Next fight. We got Kraken over by Macho and Rotator over by Kristen. Kristen, take it away. What are your thoughts on this match?
I think this is going to be a match that maybe goes the whole 3 minutes. We'll see. Definitely excited to see both bots back, but I do think Rotator's going to come out with the win here, just because while Kraken can drive well and their grappling mechanism actually does work pretty dang well, I don't see them being able to do a ton of damage. I do think they might use that upper deck of the battle box. They might try and throw Rotator up there, grapple him, drop him off, see if they can get down, which will be interesting. But still going with Rotator for the win, just because that spinner is a beefy boy, and maybe it'll knock out Kraken's teeth.
Interesting. Yes. Now, Kraken always comes in with a game plan, but so does Victor Soto of Rotator. Yeah, I think that Rotator is gonna come in flipped over, like you see in this picture, with the disc on top of the bot. So when Kraken tries to clamp down, that disc of Rotator comes around and takes those teeth of Kraken straight off. It will be an expertly driven match, as Victor Soto is criminally underrated as a driver. He is extremely talented and can tussle with the best of them. Now, Rotator can also take a lot of punishment. We saw in that match, I think it was Malice. That match was bonkers. They were hitting each other the whole time.
That was wild.
But I'm gonna give the slight edge to Rotator with that powerful weapon, and I think the disc will be on top, which will be hard for Kraken to crack down on, as that spinner will be spinning. I'm going with Rotator. Amber, who are you going with on this one?
My choice for this one is I feel so unoriginal. Rotator. It's got the blank, it's got the strength, it's got everything in one package. And I think with that, I'm saying that spinner is so powerful. I think last season 4 of its wins were through pure knockout. So it has the strength just to bash Kraken. As much as I love Kraken like is really awesome. But I think for this one, I have to go with Rotator.
Ooh, it does have Amber's colors. That is correct.
Yeah, you match.
It does. They match. It's destiny. It's destiny.
They said Rotator's even more gold this year. We didn't know if it was possible, but they're even
sweet.
more gold.
It looks like they actually put like gold flake or something on it.
Yeah, like they either put like actual diamonds in there, or I don't know. It looks good. You guys will see. It's looking fresh.
All right, let us continue. We got the Battle of the Faces today. Kristen, we got Rusty over by me. We got Blip over by you. Who do you have winning this match and why?
So happy to see Rusty back with his popcorn bowl head. I'm sure it's not the same one from last season, as that was bashed right in, but he's cute. He's just cute, and I'm very excited to see him back, despite his many losses. I can't see Rusty doing well in this match with their weapon. So I am going with Blip because we love flipper bots. We love them. Besides the one. They know who they are. Don't worry.
They know.
But yeah, Blip, I mean, haven't seen him in action before. Excited to see him. I think they're going to get the win, and they're going to flip poor Rusty out of the box.
Yes.
Sad as I'll be to see it.
So, it's always a pleasure to see another flipper in the field. There's that one other flipper that I can't remember, but it doesn't matter what its name is. Rusty is the darling of the field, as it is adorable, but look at Blip. Blip is also adorable. Now, I do think that Blip, being a flipper, will be able to use the new upper deck to the fullest of its abilities, and unfortunately, I see Rusty getting thrown up to the stratosphere in this match. I do not think it will go very well for Rusty, as looks like it is very easy to get under him, and poor Rusty will be sent skyrocketing and will probably spend more time in the air than on the ground. And a bot cannot win if it's in the air. I'm going with Blip. Lock it in. Amber, who are you going with?
I think that Rusty is such a dear, and it's such a huge like underdog story. Just because it's Rusty, I gotta go Rusty.
Oh wow!
I'm sorry. Look at his cute face.
He is so cute.
This is a face of no mercy. Do you see? See these eyes? Pure death.
It's staring into your soul.
They're coming for you. They're coming for you. They're coming for you.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, Rusty's had some upgrades. Rusty is now a tank.
That is his war phase. Yes. Show me your war phase, Rusty.
Hat on.
It does look like an old school war helmet too.
So, just for my I guess not logic, which I don't really use much, but Rusty, let's go.
Rusty. All right. We will keep going. Just 2 more fights left. All right. This one, we got Tantrum over by Macho, and we got Malice over by Kristen. Now, both of these bots were pretty surprises in the field. Kristen, why don't you go ahead and give me your thoughts? Macho almost went and talked about his, but Kristen, go ahead.
So, yeah, I mean, both of these bots surprised us last year. Malice really... Bunny, the driver,
I don't think she's
or head of that team,
Yes.
I suppose, she came out and she was like, yeah, I'm here to take names. And I believe her. So, I'm going with Malice on this one. Although I do think Tantrum will hold a good fight. I just think with their small drum punch spinner, I can't see a place on Malice where they'd actually hit them. But we have seen Tantrum literally just pick up a bot and carry it across the battle box, so like that could happen too. Who knows? But going with Malice.
That's true. That's true. Now, Tantrum, I was also a little bit wrong about last year, believe it or not. I was not a believer in the weapon. I thought it was too small, and I thought that it couldn't do the damage that it needed to do. Now, I was wrong, as it quite literally packs a punch, as that's the whole point of the spinner. It launches forward and literally punches them with the drum spinner. Very cool design, very unique, and it can actually do some damage. Tantrum can also take damage. We saw Tantrum keep going at hit after hit, and it made it to the final four of the tournament last year. Now, Malice also has a very powerful weapon, but it had some reliability issues, as well as a really odd issue where it got stranded on its back, and it can't, like, drive on its back. But
That was pretty epic.
very strange problem to have. I don't understand how that could get past it. Anyways, I'm going with Tantrum. I think Tantrum's going to continue its momentum, has a new team. Excuse me. I'm going with Tantrum. Lock it in. Amber, who you going with?
Macho, it's one of those rare occasions. One of those rare occasions at the start lines. Tantrum! Woo!
Tantrum.
Awesome thing about Tantrum. Yeah. Tantrum will punch bots across the room and then just like flip them off. It's great. I love it. The showmanship with Tantrum is beautiful. Like it just pop. I love it. But Tantrum has shown of like taking punches and taking hits. The thing about Malice is, as I said, it's got stuck on its butt like twice. And look at the picture. Let me pull up the picture of Malice. Like, I don't see any like back curve. There's no rounded butt on that bot. So, I feel I wouldn't be surprised if it gets stuck.
They needed to give her a juicy
Amber.
booty.
Yes,
Amber,
nothing
Amber, did you just call Malice flat? Is that what just happened?
This is a flat ass.
Damn!
Okay.
Sick burn.
Tantrum has the flex. Tantrum can flex on people. Malice, just a flat ass.
Wow. You heard it here.
Malice has a flat ass, everyone.
Yes. A flat. I mean, the thing is like, if you have a flat ass, you can't do squats. You can't.
Nothing.
There's no power.
Can't do nothing.
There's no power.
Lily.
No power.
Yeah.
Lily
I think
relates
Malice
to
needs to
Malice.
retire now. Wow. You own them, girl.
Damn. Alright, let's... I don't understand why... Okay. there we go.
Tantrum comes out with the mini hands, just because they're my
Yeah, just-
favorite.
Got these tiny little hands.
I win.
I have these little tiny hands.
Tiny
How am I
hands.
supposed to eat this giant Whopper?
Alright. Now, we got the main event. We got Bloodsport. We got Whiplash. Kristen, why don't you give your fights on this while Macho finishes up the prediction?
All right, so chat, you guys better go with what I say, because I think Kristen is gonna predict this one right. We're going with Whiplash, just because I love Matty Vasquez. He's a genius behind the controller. He can maneuver around pretty much anything, and I think he's going to somehow strategically do something with Bloodsport and get them on that upper deck. I just feel like somehow they're gonna make that happen. I'm excited to see it. Bloodsport is a powerful spinner. They did pretty well last season, but I just don't think they stand a chance against Maddie Vasquez and Whiplash.
Nice. Looks
That's
like
right,
you got,
Lilybell. Agree with me.
Looks like you got an agree with Lilybell. Interesting. All right. Now, Whiplash and Bloodsport both had great seasons last year, with Whiplash being the runner-up in the Battlebots competition. Now, Whiplash will probably be a big fat jabroni pukester and not bring out its vertical disc spinner and would come out with just a wedge. And we saw him do that last year. It's probably what he's gonna do. Now, that being a pukester way of going about, it will slow down the weapon of Bloodsport. Now, Bloodsport comes back with their reliability issues hopefully fixed. It kept breaking its weapon, which means that it got thrown out of balance and effectively became a wedge bot. Now, Bloodsport is very powerful. It's also very fast. Whiplash is also very fast. Now, it will be a well-driven match. Now, but I will see that the upper deck will be the deciding factor. Whiplash will be able to use that to its full capabilities, and I think Whiplash is gonna pull out the victory because Macho says so. Lock it in. Whiplash with the victory. Amber, what do you think what do you think? What are your opinions on this match?
My opinions. Whiplash! Woo! Whiplash. Yeah. Yes. It's gonna bring pain. Because like, as soon as Whiplash just tips Bloodsport's gonna destroy themselves. Like literally just like blood. There goes the weapon and there goes the fight. So yeah, it's just exploding weapons all over. Yeah, it's that reliability. Reliability issues. Bloodsport.
Yes, it did have some reliability issues. That is correct. So
It's
we're
gonna be a
all
bloody
going
match.
with Whiplash. But I appreciate you all coming by. I'll see you guys next week on the Battlebot show, but I'll see you here in a couple minutes when we watch it together. All right? I will see you guys later.
Bye. See you soon.
Okay, bye.
How long do I have to wait for?